Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I took a trip to Vegas with my family. While I was there, I had to visit Caesar's Palace and check out the new Urban Necessities. I've been watching 2J's Kicks on YouTube for a couple years now. I first noticed him popping up in the background on a bunch of SneakerCon videos. Then I started watching some of his vids here and there, but then I watched a 2-hour video he made selling the mayor's crazy sneaker collection. After that, I watched him catalog and sell a huge portion of Fat Joe's collection. Those videos showed me a bunch of rare kicks I never even knew existed, and this dude clearly knows his stuff. After watching a bunch of videos about this new spot, I had to check it out for myself, and I will say I wasn't disappointed. Let's get a quick look around the store, but before we do, I ask that you please like and subscribe for more content like this. It would definitely help the channel. Okay, let's go. I was staying 2 hotels down from Caesar's Palace, so I decided to walk over. I wore my Nike Adapt Automax Fireberries because if you've ever been to Vegas, you know that there's a lot of walking, and the Automax are super comfortable and perfect for the job. That said, I also brought my Travis Scott British khakis and Vegased them out with the infrared laces. I also brought my white Air Force One Supremes with the red laces. Also a very Vegas appropriate pair of kicks. As I made my way through Caesar's Palace, I realized this store is in a great location. It's in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, surrounded by top name brand stores like Louis Vuitton, Tiffany, Jimmy Choo, Rolex, etc. When I finally made it to the store, it appeared a bit smaller than it did on YouTube, but make no mistake, this store is huge and it's a lot to take in. When you finally make your way to the sneaker wall, I have to say it's the best kind of overwhelming. I didn't even know where to start. For example, when you visit an average sneaker store, you may see a few grails behind glass, a few rare pairs, but mostly general releases. At Urban Necessities, that was not the case, and most of what I saw was special in one way or another. It was a lot to take in. They had Air Force Ones, Jordans, and Dunks for days, so it was right up my alley. I saw and touched a lot of really cool kicks and spotted at least 10 pairs I wanted within the first 5 minutes of being there. What surprised me the most was randomly placed, extremely rare kicks just right out on the floor. No glass case and very accessible. One quick example, I held an original pair of Fat Joe's white-on-white Terra Squad Air Force Ones with Don Cartagena embroidered in the sock liner. It was so original you could see the blistering on the paint from sitting in storage for so many years. Despite the fact that these were damaged by time, I still wanted them. Luckily for my wallet, they were a size 12, so they were too big for me. But if I had these, I would restore them and wear them. Some would disagree with that move, but they are an ill piece of sneaker history and they deserve to be worn. I saw a bunch of exclusives, more random Air Force Ones than I could count, all kinds of Supreme collabs, tons of Yeezys, LeBrons, Kyries, and as I mentioned, Jordans. They had every single hype pair of Travis Scott Nikes, mad dunks, and tons of other kicks I never even heard of. If I'm keeping it real, I didn't understand the significance of more than half the kicks I saw. There was just so much history on that wall. While I was there, I did price out a few pairs. Understandably, they cost a bit more than what I could find online, but A, we're in a tourist location, B, you're in a retail location, and C, you're paying for that instant gratification rather than waiting 2 to 3 weeks it usually takes for online orders. So I totally get it. First, I priced a pair of Concord 11s, but not only were they asking $600, they had a little bit of discoloration, so I had to pass on those. Considering I can get a dead stock pair online for around $450, it didn't make sense for me. But for anyone on vacation with a little money to burn, I guess I could understand it. While I was at the sneaker wall, I observed people who clearly knew what they were looking at. I heard a lot of people saying, I have those, and I have those, but I still need to get this, and I still need to get that. So these weren't just random tourists that stumbled into the store. They were clearly people who chose this store as a destination. That's pretty cool. I spent about 45 minutes checking out the store. They have an ice cream section, a clothing section, and upstairs on the second floor, they have a huge tattoo area that looks very clean. If you go past the tattoo area, they have a couple vending machines and a bunch of pinball tables. Pretty cool items, but obviously the real draw for the store was the sneaker wall. It appears to be over 10 feet tall and seems to go on forever. There were so many options that it was a bit hard to process what I was looking at. The staff was very helpful and they seem to have an efficient inventory system, which is important for a spot like this. Anything I asked the sales staff, they were able to pull it up in real time without having to walk in the back. Within seconds, they were able to tell me if they had my size, if there was any damage or defects, and how much they were asking. In the end, I didn't buy anything, but regardless, it was a very cool experience. In addition to sneakers, clothes, ice cream, and tattoos, they also have a bunch of Supreme merch and Cause merch and figures, large and small. And they did have a glass enclosure with a lot of rare heat. Overall, it was very cool. This was a short video. I just wanted to give you a little taste of this new Urban Necessities, but if I try to cover everything they have to offer, it would have taken me hours. But in conclusion, this is a very cool store, and if you're into kicks, specifically rare ones that are hard to find, I recommend checking this place out. I respect 2J's hustle and passion, and I love what he built, and I appreciate what he does for the culture. If I had unlimited time and money, I could easily spend 5 hours in that store just sizing and pricing fire pair after fire pair. I truly could cash out in a place like this. If you ever find yourself in Vegas, I definitely recommend checking it out for yourself. Anyway, that was my trip to the new Urban Necessities in Las Vegas. I'll show you a few more shots of the store, but before I go, I ask that you please like this video if you're feeling the content, and again, please subscribe if you'd like to see more. Also, feel free to check me out on Instagram at E21Life. I'm always posting random content you might find interesting. As always, thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Until then, stay safe, everyone. Peace.